here, I did want to check in with you guys about my Thanksgiving dinner. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I do have some pictures, but I don't know what I'm able to upload because it has family members all over the place. So I'll see if I can upload some pictures, and if I can, I certainly will. But I want to say thank you to everybody that had me on their mind Thanksgiving regarding cooking my very first turkey at age 71 and first pan full of potatoes. Well, okay, it took me several days, probably 4 days to set my house up. So I did things like I polished my silver, I washed out salt and pepper shakers, filled them, made sure those kinds of things were clean and ready. I also ordered 2 packages of orange napkins, kind of a soft sherbet orange color. And so when they arrived, I wanted to wash and dry, not to use the napkins in the way that I showed you guys. I think that I was a little bit turned off by the fact that they were fake flowers, and it took me forever. I was rolling and folding the cloth napkins, and anyway, I just thought, ixnated this. I'm not real happy with them in the first place, because in the meantime, I had some flower arrangements on the table, with some pumpkins and some flowers, low flower. In fact, I do have the flowers, some of them still. And so it just did not look good. So anyway, I folded the orange napkins like a restaurant would and put those on top of the white plates on top of the brown charger or the gold charger. So, okay, back to cooking. So everybody in my family is a great cook, including the kids. My daughter is a great cook. My siblings, their children are really great cooks. Okay, that being said, I have 3 siblings, an older sister, not by much, then a younger brother and a younger sister. Okay, I'm very close with my younger brother and my younger sister. So I think they were in cahoots to check on me regarding cooking. So the night before Thanksgiving, my brother came over. Now, he has a home here in the desert, so he was here. So he came over. We pulled the turkey out of the refrigerator. I was like his wingman. I had everything ready. I had all the utensils ready. I had purchased an electric knife because we used to have one. I think my husband got that in the divorce. And I had every pan, every utensil, every spice, everything ready. So when he came over, we pulled the turkey out. We washed it, and so he and I, really he did. I watched. He said, "I want you to watch what I'm doing." So we got the butter out, and he lifted the skin off the turkey and put the butter all down in there. And one of you guys, I don't remember your name, but one of my viewers made a comment to put an apple in the cavity of the turkey. And I actually put a couple apples, and he had never heard of that, but I said, let's do it. It sounds like it's for moisture. So he said, well, do we cut the apples? I don't know, but we did. We cut the apples, stuck the apple slices in the turkey. So we got the turkey. We put it in the pan. My brother, I had taken some of the oven shelves out. So my brother had me practice. He said, I don't even know if you're going to be able to pick this turkey up and transfer it from the refrigerator to the inside of the oven. So let's practice. So we did. And I was able to do it. So he said, put the turkey in at 8:30 in the morning on 350. And everyone was supposed to be here around 1 o'clock for a couple reasons. Number one, some of them were driving in from San Diego, others from Los Angeles, and I knew that we would be outdooring it. And I had been watching the sun and how the sun was moving during the day. So it worked out that I didn't want the sun directly on the patio. Okay, so 1 o'clock-ish. You know, if they got here 15 minutes early or later, who cares? So, okay, so my brother said 8:30, put it in. And then I said, I got my mashed potato pot out. Okay, here's what happened. So I start the next day, that night actually, and the next morning, first of all, I had everything ready. So all I had to do the next morning was, shower and get dressed. So I started getting texts from my family members saying that they were afraid of traffic and could they come earlier. So I was like, well, of course, sure. So some of them came around 10 in the morning. I was not ready. I mean, the house was ready, but I was not ready, and I had not peeled the potatoes yet. So they started coming in. Well, they took over, which was fine with me. So one of my sisters and her husband, they came in. I think they started peeling potatoes. I don't even, it became a blur to me. Oh, and my mom, they were coming in groups. So everybody but 3 people came much, much earlier, and everybody brought their dish, and I have those warmers. So I had warmers plugged in, ready to be plugged in along my counter here. So I said, well, I've got to go get dressed. So I went in, showered, and got dressed, which took me like 45 minutes or close to an hour because, I had to start. I didn't have to wash my hair or anything, but, I had to curl it. I had to get my makeup on. I showered. Okay, so you get the picture. But the tables were all set. And like I said, and I had determined, okay, the mashed potatoes will go in this bowl. So I had that out. It was clean. It was polished, whatever. And I rearranged my patio. So I put a bar area outside, a big ice chest, that brand new ice chest that I just bought. Who has an ice chest? A single woman. I don't. I do now. So I had the ice chest out. My nephew brought 5 or 6 or more bags of ice, my request. And so one was just full of fresh, clean ice. Another ice chest was full of the sodas and the waters. And then on top, I had a table, and I had, a nice ice bucket and a floral arrangement and napkins and stirs and that kind of bar stuff. And so while I was getting dressed, more and more people arrived. 19 people. There were supposed to be 20, I think. One of my sisters did not come. So, but we had an unexpected guest, so that kind of took her place. My nephew and my niece came in from out of state. So it was wonderful to see them. And I took Shelby over to a neighbor's because it would have been too crowded for her. And we have almost a 2-year-old who's such a delight and so full of love and happiness that she would have been running around and wanting to pet Shelby, and Shelby would have bit her. So I got rid of Shelby for the afternoon. And there was one other dog that came, and he was just fine. I said, bring your dogs, because we're all dog friendly and everything. So anyway, we had my brother said this is how he hoped things would go. That he would get the turkey sliced, in other words, everything would be ready to eat, buffet style. But then it would be on the warmers, everything would be staying warm. And then the rest, while that was just sitting, the rest of us could enjoy saying hello to one another. I could sort of give them a tour, show them around the neighborhood even. They could get their stuff planted and get the plastic bags thrown in the trash and all that stuff, which is really what happened. We did not have, we had very few hors d'oeuvres. I had a big, actually my daughter made a big tray of sliced fresh vegetables and like pepperoncinis and olives and, you know, a relish type tray. And then we have one item that we always have for our dad because he always loved Fritos and bean dip. So we always have a bowl of Fritos and bean dip for my dad. And so that was it. Those were the only hors d'oeuvres we had because, you know, we were going to eat a ton at Thanksgiving. And people brought wine, sparkling wine, champagne, and iced teas and stuff like that. So we visited, we chit-chatted, we were out. It went just like I thought it would be. And my siblings and in-laws and outlaws, they totally took over. So after everything was ready, you know, I said, grab your plates, start here. And then everybody got their food. I'd set up TV trays in the living room and in the patio on some of the furniture, so that you could sit on the couch and the chairs, and then there was a TV tray in front of you, and that worked out perfectly. So after we finished eating, I thought the food was fantastic. So I thought the turkey was great. Now, my thing is, I like the white meat turkey, stuffing, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole. And then my niece made this at my sister's request, this great Jell-O salad. It's the green Jell-O salad. And we were talking about it. Part of the generation said they remembered it with the cottage cheese, the sliced celery, the pineapple. But the way my niece made it, it was really even yummier. It must have had like sour cream and walnuts, and I don't know how she made it, but it was so yummy. She made a huge thing of it, which was good. And then people brought pies. People brought, if they were signed up for dessert, they did a great job. There was this great, there were tons of sweet goodies. One of my niece came in with a giant thing like this that has a little, spout, and it was, they were strawberry margaritas. Oh my gosh, they were delish. So we lacked for nothing. And then after everybody ate, we were kind of just sitting around like, oh, I'm so full. And we had two little ones, I'm going to say 2-year-old niece, and then my 9-year-old nephew. And he's not a little one, but the two of them got together, and one of my sisters brought a big it was like a coloring tablecloth that we put on one of the tables outside. They enjoyed that. Anyway, everybody just chit-chatted, got caught up, because we haven't seen each other in quite a while, many of us. And then everybody I did not do one dish, put it that way. I did nothing. I sat outside on the patio. Okay, most everybody left later that day. And my brother and his family stayed at their condo here. My niece, one of my nieces and her little boy, the one that I stayed with in San Diego, they spent the night. My daughter hosted her nephews and their wife, one of their wives. They all went back to her house in Palm Springs. So I had one of my nieces, she's an adult, she's 49, and her son, 9 years old. They ended up staying 2 nights, and I was thrilled. Because the next morning when I woke up, you guys, I could hardly walk. But just from getting everything ready, from moving furniture, hauling stuff in from the garage, hauling stuff out, going through boxes in the garage and trying to find more chargers or more plates, or where's the this and the that. So the 3 of us, just all we did, we slept late. We did not get out of our PJs. We were on the couches watching TV. My nephew was playing with his little Game Boy thing. And, anyway, we totally vegged, went in, napped, came back out again. It was a wonderful, lazy day. I ordered food. Oh, excuse me, what am I saying? I did not order food. We ate leftovers. And we hardly had any leftovers. We had like a little dinky thing of dressing, I think. We did have a soup bowl full of green bean casserole left over, a soup bowl full of cranberry sauce. And then my brother also brought a ham. So anyway, we had turkey left over, but not a lot of the dessert or nothing like that. And Jennifer and I were like, where is all the food? There was enough for us and thank gosh for that Jell-O. So there was plenty of food for us the next day, rolls and all that stuff. But then the next day, we were kind of tired of it. So that's the day I ordered hamburgers. Hot dogs. I ordered hot dogs. They were delivered, these really great Empire Polo ground hot dogs. And a big salad. I think I made a big salad and put some turkey in it. So anyway, by the time my niece and nephew left, I mean to tell you, there was hardly any food. All the drinks were gone. We drank all the sodas, all the sparkling water, everything like that was totally gone. And all the help that everybody did, the next day when I woke up, there were like cleaned, all the platters, all the dishes, everything, the pitchers, the gravy boat dish, everything that they didn't realize where it went. It was just laid out on the counters for me to put away. Perfect. So then when Jennifer and her son left, I got energized and I mopped the floors. I changed all the sheets on the beds. I didn't just wash them, dry them. I put them back on the beds. I went out on the patio, cleaned off all the patio furniture, emptied the dishwasher, restacked it, of course, vacuumed the rug areas, even did the window seals. Anyway, I had this cleaning mode, cleaned out, the kitchen needed, the microwave, the oven, needed extra cleaning. And then I took a bubble bath. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. So anyway, now here's my question to you guys. How in the world do people already have their Christmas trees up? I still have pumpkins. So go figure. So anyway, you asked how my Thanksgiving went. It went fabulously. Thanks to so many of your prayers and good wishes. I really had a wonderful day, and I think everybody else did as well. I hope your Thanksgiving was as wonderful as mine. We have so much to be thankful for. I said to my mother, when I was at the grocery store, those last few days, I kept forgetting that one thing, and so I would have to run to the market. But as I was at the grocery store, I saw so many families with shopping carts just full of food. And, we are just a country of plenty. And I am thankful and I am grateful for that. And I noticed it. I became very aware of how plentiful our country is. So I'm thankful for family, for the love of family, for the memories we made, for my YouTube friends, and until our next conversation. P.S. I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye. I love you. Yes, I do. Are you going to go night-night? You want to say hello to your fans? If you want to say hello, just keep staring at the camera. Good girl. I love you. Mwah.